because you recently got a VR virtual reality
Yes,
headset.
sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tell me about this. Tell me like what it is that you got exactly. Um, and, like like what's it called? And
It's a Steam Index. It's one of the most top of the line out there, in my opinion, and probably one of the most reliable ones. Super fun to play with. It's augmented reality, and they did a really good job. I was talking about getting one of these for like 5 years. So it's a headset you put on, goes over your eyes,
mhm,
and you have controllers that kind of strap to your hands. And as you move your hands in game, your hands will move too. So
mhm.
it's one of the more advanced controllers out there that kind of detect how your hands move. And you can, in the game that I'm playing, which is Half-Life Alyx, which is the same people who made the engine for CSGO. It's the same people who made the engine for Half-Life. It's Valve. Valve has been a huge part of my gaming life. Valve has
Mhm.
like their physics engine is probably one of the best ones out there, for interacting with the environment. So yeah, it's augmented reality. So as you turn your head in game, your head turns too, and you can see it's like it puts you into that game. It puts you into the actual game engine, and they've done an excellent job with it and how it looks and how it feels. Because I definitely feel like I'm there, and it's definitely an endorphin rush and adrenaline. It's something new. It's something different, and how they can put you into a different reality, pretty much,
Mhm.
and be able to interact with everything. And yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, cause cause we were. This is one of it's one of the things that we were talking about the other night, and because it was, I I think it's fucking wild that because like you were saying that when you put that on, you feel like you're fucking like
You're
you're
there.
in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and I remember one thing. Well, one thing I was asking you, like the other day was, um, make because you said you got to move around and you said that you could set it up to where like you make sure you don't get like run into a wall or
Yeah,
something like a
so
real one.
yeah. So the nice thing about it is when you're setting it up and doing all that stuff, you go through the setup, which is like installing, but it's like, okay, place your controllers on the ground. Okay, you place them on the ground. You wait a second, and then it's like it does this bar like loading bar, and then it's like, all right, cool, pick them up. You pick them up, you go over there, click next. It's like, all right, cool. Now find the middle of your room and point and pull the trigger of one of them.
Mm.
And you do that. And it's basically setting up the spatial awareness for the headset and for the boxes that are the detectors, basically, the two boxes that you set up with it, where you are in the room and where the middle of it is. And then the next one's going to be, okay, now outline your room. You hold the trigger, you literally go and make an outline of where your walls are. So I set them up just a little before my desk and a little before the wall and a little before the this table in the back. And by doing that, it like gives you like a green arrow, and it's like, all right, perfect, the space is big enough. And then you do next. And then while you're in game, if you lean too close to the wall or you move like physically, like move too close to a wall, it'll do this grid pattern and it'll show you where all your walls are, and
Mm.
it lets you know that you're too close
Wow.
to your boundary
Damn.
that you set up.
That's fucking awesome. So okay, so like how big is the room that you're in that when you play?
So it's like a 5x5.
Okay.
Like a 6x5
Hmm.
ish room, because I'm in the living room, so it gives me
Hmm.
a nice space for it. But usually I'm sitting down or I'm standing in place, and I'll just move around when I'm in combat type of thing or fighting something. Because I'll back up if it's like zombies, or if I'm I call them zombies. They're fucking head crab walker walker things. Or when I'm finding the combine, which are soldiers with weapons. So I'll like because there's two functions. You can move forward with the stick, or you can set it up to teleport. So it'll do this dotted line, and it'll show you where your feet go. And that's how I have it set up. So motion sickness doesn't happen.
Yeah, dude, that's honestly that sounds so fucking badass. It's gotta be fucking yeah.
Insane.
It's gotta be amazing. Yeah,
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. And like how like okay, if you wanted to play this in a big room, could you really just do it in a big open space? Is there like do you know if
so
there's
like
like a
setting
limit?
it up like for like a 10x10 and
Yeah.
actually like run around?
Yeah.
The only thing that really limits you from doing that is the wire to the headset.
Oh, okay.
So the wire to the headset's probably, I want to say, about 10 feet.
Gotcha.
So you have to be within that. So I want to say like 6x6 is probably like your safest bet. And like if you have like mine's not a full 6x6 or a 5x5. I usually kind of keep my feet planted and only move around when I have to keep myself a little centered, and I don't walk into, my roommates or the dog.
Right,
Kick
yeah, yeah.
Kick the dog around on accident.
Yeah, for sure.
Or step on the dog. So I usually just have my chair at my at the back of my calves while I'm sitting or while I'm standing there, just so I know where I'm kind of at, and I'll walk around after that.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Dude, that's fucking man, that just sounds so fucking killer. I remember when you told me you got that shit, and it sounds like a fucking blast for sure. Yeah, like it's I mean, there's got to be a point where we're going to get to wireless with that then.
We already are. There's certain headsets out there that have battery packed.
Oh shit. Those got to go. Sorry, those got to go for like more expensive then, right?
Yeah, I think it's the. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's the Oculus Pro, or it's the HTC Vive Pro that have the battery pack. I'm hoping that Steam gets there at some point, so you have a little more freedom. I know it's probably a little harder for it, so.
Yeah. So.
Oh, it's looking like which one did you look up?
Well, this is HTC right here.
Oh, is that the Pro?
Pro Eye virtual reality. It's a HTC Vive.
Yeah, that's the one that has the battery pack.
Okay, so that's going for $1,549.
Yeah,
so
that's because it's probably the wireless setup. So everything's wireless, and you can move around as freely as you want.
Oh, okay.
And I think the HTC Vive or the Oculus has ankle sensors, so you can actually kick in game too.
Oh, okay.
So mine doesn't have that.
Shit, man. So like, it's kind of crazy. That's actually why I really wanted to talk about that one last, because of how we started talking about the beginning of video games to where we are now. For you to be able to own something like that just didn't have in your living room.
It's crazy to have something like that can put you literally into the world. Like, I mean, they have Fallout VR. They have Skyrim VR.
Oh my God.
Like you can actually be in those games and playing those ones that some of us know on the computer as in augmented reality and actually kind of be there. So
damn,
it's something different, man.
Damn, man, that's how far we've come and how far we got to go with all that too, because this is going to be nothing in a few years from now too. Like,
I'm sure it's going to be like a smaller headset or more like it's going to be like we're going to be in a suit, like in a suit, in a VR suit.
Yeah, the future's fucking here. It started, so we're here. Back to the Future 2 is right now.